Hello guys and welcome to another episode of this FIFA 16 career mode with Manchester United. Going straight into the second leg game against Bayern Munich in Germany, Allianz Arena. Looks like a very nice stadium, especially from the outside with the red lights. And I think when 1860 München are playing there, the other team from Munich, I think when they're playing there, the stadium lights up in white lights, because they do ground share with the two teams ground share, like AC Milan and Inter Milan at the San Siro. So the two teams play here. It's going to be a very difficult match this. 5 times Champions League winners, always win the Bundesliga in the last few seasons, and Germany have won 4 World Cups now, so they're a very, very good team. Quality up and down the pitch, every position, big players with experience, played in the big games, so they're not going to be intimidated. They've played in the biggest games, the highest level, all of them as well, not just a few. I've made just one change in starting Herrera over Schweinsteiger, because Schweinsteiger, he's not fully fit. Lewandowski there stretching off or itching his knee. Martial stretching. These names have got to be made up. I think the referees have made up. I know they've got like Mike Dean and stuff in the game, but I don't think that's a real referee. As you can see there, aggregate 1-1, but Bayern Munich do have the advantage with the away goal scored at Old Trafford, and the fact they've got a fantastic team. Rooney, Martial, Memphis. Oh, I thought I was going to go in then. It has gone in, Martial. Fantastic start. Just what United needed. Early goal. We've got the away goal back. We've got the advantage back in our court. That's just what United needed. Although if you score early, then you've got to pretty much defend for the rest of the game there, because they'll have they'll have pretty much the whole game to get back into it. But for now, that's put us back in the driving seat. Good goal from Martial. Neuer probably couldn't have got there. He made the initial save and couldn't get there. Didn't look very realistic, but Manchester United are in the lead, and I don't think Manchester United have ever beaten Bayern in Germany, as I've said already. So this is going to be difficult. We've got to hold on to this lead, or add to it if we can. I wasn't sure exactly what happened there, so I had to pause it and have a look on instant replay, and it looked like it bounced up and hit Vidal in the arm. That's what that free kick was given for. Damian, some good early pressure from United, making some chances early. I haven't sat off Bayern. I'm quite sure. Green. I thought it was going to be 2 then. I haven't sat off Bayern. I've not wanted to give them too much respect. I've gone for full attack to try and get a goal, and it's paid dividends so far. Robben's going to get himself into into the book there, earned himself a yellow card in the 16th minute. Just tried to slow down the tempo of the game there, because he could sense that United were getting on top of them. Muller's come over to try and say, listen mate, leave it out, it's not worth it, don't argue. Martial, Bale, I thought he'd flicked it in then, and he gets clattered for his troubles by Neuer. We're having a lot of easy chances, got a lot of possession. I'm surprised actually. If only he would have stayed on his feet then. Don't know why he slid and went to ground. Could have stayed up, curled it into the far corner. Neuer might have saved it, but he would have done better. Neuer's a good goalkeeper obviously, so he could have saved it. Would have been better if he stayed on his feet though. they've also made one change. Xabi Alonso's not playing. They've got Rode in instead to replace him. Rode, I'm not sure what his name is. If I've mispronounced it, feel free to correct me in the comment section. Any feedback is always welcomed. Constructive criticisms, it's always welcome. Martial, Beniata, Lahm. They haven't got many German players in this team, have they? They've got Philipp Lahm. Oh, I thought that was handball from Alaba as well then. This is looking very difficult, starting to come into the game a bit more now. It's a deflection, so easy for De Gea in the end, not troubling him. They've got Philipp Lahm, Manuel Neuer and Thomas Muller. Other than that, I don't think they've got many German players. Oh, they've bought Ozil now, but technically he's Turkish. He's got Turkish parents and I think also Austrian got Austrian ancestors or whatever. So Austrian or Turkey he could have played before, but he plays for the German national team obviously. Smalling, able to control that ball well. And Manchester United, we look like we're controlling this game. We look quite comfortable against Bayern Munich, which is very worrying because in the second half I think we're going to get absolutely spanked. Blind, Smalling. So if we don't score we could be in real trouble in the second half. Bale, cuts in. No. Lahm defended well. Oh, that's not going to reach. Is that a corner? No. Lewandowski. Alaba. I can't take the ball off him again. He's got a force field around him. This is looking very troubling. They always score before half time as well. He's brought down by Blind. That's going to be a free kick in a very good position for them. Oh, he smashed it over. I thought I was going to score then because it was impossible to get the ball off him. I had to make that foul. They usually score off free kicks, especially before half time or full time. Such is FIFA. As it's scripted, you always concede at the end of the half or at the end of the game. Or score, actually. Sometimes you score at the end of the games. Like we did against Tottenham to equalise. And Herrera. Martial. Started off pretty well in the second half as well. Started off as well as we were playing in the first, which is a good sign. And Herrera. No, that's not troubling the goalkeeper from there. Not sure why the corner flag's possessed, moving on its own like that. Not sure what's happened there. Gonna try a short corner, see if this works. See if we can get a goal from this. No. Martinez puts it away for another corner. Try with a left-footed player instead. Bale. It's better. Oh no. Not enough power on it. Not gonna trouble Neuer. Hold. Hazard. It's looking dangerous. Ozil puts it over. Oh yeah, they've substituted Ozil on for Roder, I think. Or Muller. Might have been Muller. Not sure. It's a good ball from Rooney. Bale's in. Shoots. Good save. Martial misses wildly. He's had 2 stabs at that and he's missed both times. Got absolutely nowhere near the ball. That looked like a handball from Herrera as well. Or it hit him in the face. Not sure which one. Martial could have tapped that wide and though, but he completely missed. You could see him lunging for the ball. And Vidal's gone for a spectacular overhead kick there. He's just completely missed. He's back in again here. Oh, that was closer. I don't know if De Gea got a touch to that or not actually. It's another free kick given away. In a bad position as well. Good for them, bad for us. Bastian Schweinsteiger earns himself a yellow card for a tackle on. I was going to say on his former teammate then, but it's on Hazard, and Hazard wasn't at the club when Schweinsteiger was, so Bastian Schweinsteiger makes a tackle on his former team, his old team, against his old team, but he manages to head it away, so nothing doing. Fair play to him. Counter attack. Going to try and hit them on a counter attack and get the second goal. Try and see this game out. 87th minute. Rooney. Can United beat Bayern Munich? I don't know why I keep going to call them Germans. Or Germany. I know they're a German team, but it's Bayern Munich. Last minute now. Last chance. Shouldn't have passed that back really, that was dangerous. One go the other end of the pitch, please. Gareth Bale on the ball. Oh, it's Dele Alli. Dele Alli cuts in. Rafinha. That should be it, surely, ref. Surely. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Ozil. Your eyes are offside. Oh, there we go. We've beaten Bayern Munich in their own backyard. I think that's the first time United have managed to do that. So that's fantastic for us. Good result. We're into the semi-finals of the Champions Cup, Champions League. It's not really Champions though, is it? Because United didn't win the Premier League last season. But I think they really should change the name, to be honest. Schweinsteiger picked up a yellow card against his old team. Got himself into the book. Stewards are twins. They all look the same. And there we go. Aggregate 2-1 Man United, and we've actually beaten Bayern Munich. We've beaten them, we haven't got through on away goals. We've beaten Bayern Munich, and we've done it the hard way as well. Because it was against us, the odds were against us. They had the away goal from the first leg. We needed to score the away goal, and we did it early on. Actually, that's not really the hard way. The hard way is getting the away goal right at the end, isn't it? And probably getting a man sent off in the process, that's the hard way. But you know what I mean, the first leg, we didn't really back ourselves in the first leg. Because we didn't have much of a chance coming into this game. But I think that's probably the best performance of the season so far for this United team. Especially the first half. First half we were unbelievable. We dominated them. We were in control. We were having more chances. Could have put a few away. We could have been 2 or 3-0 up. So we've actually dominated Bayern Munich in Germany, and they've got a world class team. They've got a fantastic team. They're up there with Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, if not better than that. Because they are still classed as the Champions League winners in here, aren't they? They've got the badge on the shirts, although Real Madrid won it. No, that was this year, wasn't it? Yeah, they are the champions, Bayern Munich. They've got a nice kit as well, to be fair. Nice stadium, nice kit, nice red and white nets. David De Gea making some good saves in that game as well. Hazard fouled by Schweinsteiger. I thought Hazard was taller than that, to be honest. He looks a lot smaller than I thought he was. Phil Jones coming over to moan at Schweinsteiger. I don't know what they're moaning at. And into the second game. This is the FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham Hotspur. And as I said in the last episode, we needed to get revenge on Tottenham because they knocked us out of the Capital One Cup, or the Carling Cup, or whatever it's called now. It's been called so many different names. This is the bracket, or the knockout tree, or whatever you want to call it. West Brom versus Villa in the first semi-final. Manchester United players coming out onto the pitch. I'm not being funny as well, but the Tottenham fans well outnumber the United fans here. I'm not sure why. Showing the two opposing number 10s, Wayne Rooney, Harry Kane. Bit of an age gap, both English, and it says Wayne Rooney's a midfielder, whereas in the game he's actually a forward. And I'm not sure why you can't change the players' positions, because how often throughout a season does a player's position change, and we haven't got that function. We can't change them, which is ridiculous to me. EA needs to sort that out. As well as this, Tottenham fans have got like 3/4 of the stadium filled, and United fans have only got 1/4. Now I know we're in London, but this isn't a Tottenham home game. This isn't White Hart Lane, this is Wembley Stadium. And United fans would take at least half the stadium. They'd take enough fans to fill at least half the stadium. Now, next season, Wembley will be Tottenham's home game for Champions League games. But at the moment, it's not. It's an FA Cup game between Man United and Tottenham. So we'd be allocated because the FA know we can fill half a stadium at least. the FA know the FA know we can fill half a stadium at least, so they would allocate us those tickets. And I thought we was going to score again early then, to be honest. So the fact that we've only got like a quarter of the ground is ridiculous. Good little tackle by Chadley or interception. This is going to be very difficult as well. Tottenham have caused us some troubles. As I said, they're the only team to have beaten United this season, knocked us out of the Capital One Cup. They went a goal up in the last game in the Premier League as well. And we had to equalise in the last minute after missing a penalty. Gareth Bale equalised at the last minute with a rare header. Don't see Bale winning many headers. Don't see any of my players winning headers, to be honest. Like there. Not sure what happened, but luckily De Gea holds on to it. Luke Shaw. Oh, that should have been a foul, surely. Luke Shaw stayed on the ground. He looks injured again. Not long come back from an injury. And Wimmer's just flipping clotheslined him. And not even a free kick given. It's ridiculous, ref. Gareth Bale. Puts Martial. Luke Shaw's injured again, yeah. It looked like a collarbone as well. Looked like he came off the pitch holding his shoulder. It's a goal? Oh, it's offside. Thought so, to be honest. It's a good save by Lloris Herrera. Nice little touch to finish it. Thought it was a goal up then. Ruled out for offside. Oh, and they've scored as well. Gotta be kidding me. In off the underside of the crossbar. Oh, that's offside as well. That's okay then. Tottenham fans stop celebrating. Is that... It looked like the same linesman. I don't know how he's got to the other end of the pitch so quickly. Tottenham putting some pressure on there. Looks like the same linesman, or his twin brother or something. Or at least his brother. It looked like the same one. How did he get there so quickly? It's the same linesman. It looked like the same one. It's a foul there in a good position for us as well. On the edge of the box we can swing a ball in. I think Tottenham have had some decent chances so far. Wimmer, he's the one that fouled Shaw and injured Shaw. I'm going to have to substitute him off now. Kieran Trippier, I'm not sure why they've started Kieran Trippier ahead of Kyle Walker. Maybe it's injury, maybe it's fatigue. It's a good effort from Memphis, good save Lloris. Not a bad free kick. Good little set-up one. I'm not sure why Kyle Walker hasn't started though. Maybe injury or resting him. Or maybe bring him on as an impact player for his pace later on. I'm not sure. Smalling deals with that well. Mata. Bale. That's a nice scene there, but quite a few United, not many United fans really. It's disappointing EA. I know that they've got the home draw, but they're not actually at home. Looks like they are though. United would have a lot more fans. United take a lot more fans than that. It's Hereford. It's Man United, not Hereford United. I mean, in the 2008 Champions League final in Moscow against Chelsea, we had like 75% of the stadium filled with United fans because Chelsea couldn't fill their allocations apparently. So we had more than Chelsea fans in Moscow. So we could definitely, well, we've proven we can fill Wembley basically. At least half of it. At least half of it should be red. Look how much they outnumber us. The Tottenham fans well outnumber the United fans, which is ridiculous. 0-0 half time, not much has happened. It's been pretty boring and uneventful. Tottenham have probably had the better chances, probably been a better team as well. De Gea made a few good saves. Rooney, whips one in. It's easy for Lloris by the looks of it, yeah. Martial against Lloris, his French teammate I should say, not former French teammate. There is a lot of former Tottenham players in this United side though, not just Dele Alli. It only reports on Dele Alli because Dele Alli was purchased this season in the game, but you know Carrick and Bale have also played for Tottenham. Didn't talk about them. I thought I was guaranteed goal then, definite goal, 1-on-1. The back post. De Gea's done fantastically well to save that there. Kept us in the game. I mean, he could save anything, couldn't he, De Gea? He could save money, he could save the economy, he could save Jack on the Titanic, he could save anything. De Gea's fantastic goalkeeping, or a bit of instinct goalkeeping that was, at its finest. David De Gea. Now, normally, when the goalkeeper gets man of the match, I say it's not deserved, but he definitely deserves man of the match, De Gea, in this one. And I rested him against Tottenham in the league as well. Jack Butland came in for him. And David De Gea, excellent save. Match saving save. He's held it well as well there. Definitely deserves man of the match. He's been fantastic. He's kept us in it. We could be 2 or 3-0 down by now. Got a chance here on the counter-attack. Mata's not quick enough. Son's easily dealt with that, pushed him off the ball. Got a whole difference as well. Bentaleb, Ericsson, see through to Harry Kane. To be fair, the setup that Tottenham have got, like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-5-1 with Kane in front of Ericsson, that's sort of similar to what I'd have, to be honest. We've got Rooney in behind Martial at the moment. Obviously, when we get Ibrahimovic, I'm going to put Ibrahimovic in behind Martial and put Rooney a bit deeper into central midfield, because he did play really well there for England, I thought. Against Russia, he played really well for 70 minutes in midfield, defending and putting some good crosses and some good passes in. Not sure what's happened there. Free kick to Tottenham by the looks of it. Offside. That's the same linesman, convinced. It's his brother or a twin or something. Looks like the same linesman. On both sides. It's at both ends of the pitch, same linesman. Must be really quick. Nice shot there. Tottenham in a corner. 2 of my players run off the pitch into the goal. That's not how you defend a corner, guys. And it's nearly cost us. Come on, don't mess around at the back. Clinton. Cards. Martial. Oh, that's a good ball to Bale. And Bale score against Tottenham again. Darmian. Oh, it's easy. Not enough power on it to reach the back post. And player waiting there. Just didn't reach him. Martial. Foul gotta be. Hopefully Gareth Bale steps up to this. 3 minutes left. Son. Notice the time slows down while it's in these little cutscenes. It speeds up again while it's actual gameplay. I've just noticed that. See, while it's the cutscenes, it goes slow. Anyway, this is probably the last chance. It falls to Tottenham. This is looking dangerous. De Gea saves the near post. Fantastic save. De Gea definitely deserves man of the match for that 90 minutes. This corner comes in. De Gea's collected it as well, bravely. Calmly collected. Commanding presence now, De Gea. It wasn't like that when he first came to United, was he? He's definitely improved vastly. Oh, I thought that was going to be it then. Memphis slides in, gets a toe to it, and it comes off the post. Comes back off the post, and that's full time. So we're going into extra time, and that is why the video's at 30 minutes. This episode is 30 minutes instead of the usual 25, because the game's gone into extra time, and I already have to cut these videos down from 60 minutes. So oh no, there's a good chance here for Tonkin puts it over. Kane with a little nice chip inside. Through ball chip, lobbed chipped pass. That's not right, is it? Lobbed through ball pass. But yeah, I've actually cut these down. I can't talk anymore. I have to cut these episodes down from 60 minutes as it is, so with the extra time I had to put the extra 5 minutes in this episode. Tottenham all over us. If it looks like the Tottenham are battering us, it's because they are. All over us, having so much more chances and possession. There's another chance for them. We need to get back into this game. We need to win this domestic cup as well, because we can't win the Capital One Cup anymore. Knocked us out. That looked like a handball. Bale can't quite get rid of it. It's dealt with now though. clear it. That's it. It's not offside, is it, Chris Smalling? I thought it was offside. Held down the L1 button too long then. I didn't mean to chip ball that. I didn't mean to chip the ball to him. Or lob pass. Didn't mean to lob it. Not sure why Chris Smalling's up there anyway. I know I've gone full out attack, but why would you put Chris Smalling up there? He's not very good at these through balls either, is he? Chris Smalling. But he's a defender, so he's not paid to do that, so we'll let him off. Tottenham playing it around at the back. Wimmer on a yellow card. He should be off the pitch though, to be honest, with that injury to Luke Shaw that he instigated. Martial, Bale. This could be it. This could be it. Oh, back post. I think Rose managed to get that clear. I think Rose managed to put it behind ahead of that. Dele Alli. I'm quite suspicious about this now, Dele Alli. I don't know why it's showing him. Bale, left-sided finger. We're going to try one of these short corners. And it's in. Dele Alli. Told you, didn't I? This game is scripted as hell. Not sure I would have celebrated that, mate. Bit harsh on the Tottenham fans. I wouldn't have celebrated that. But last minute winner against Tottenham. It's 2 last minute goals against Tottenham now in 2 games. Dele Alli wins the header. Gareth Bale puts in the cross, gets the assist. 2 former Tottenham players working together there to get the goal. Tottenham fans look dejected. They thought it was going to penalties, and that looks like to have sealed the game. And it looks like United are going to be in the final of the FA Cup against either Villa or West Brom, so we should win that, hopefully. And I think that's all there'll be time for as well. Yep, full whistle. Well, what I was saying is it showed like a little preview of Dele Alli before the corner was taken. You know, he used to play for Tottenham. It's the last minute of extra time and he scores. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's scripted FIFA. It's very predictable. I'm not complaining because it's scripted in our favour, but you can just tell that FIFA has got one way of playing it. Are they meant to be joint fans in the middle, like red and white? But you can tell FIFA's got one way of the way the game's going to go, and there's not much you can do about it. It's almost impossible to change the outcome of the game because it's already been scripted, been written. But as I say, it's in our favour, so sometimes it does go in your favour, but most of the time it doesn't. And we managed to beat Tottenham. I thought Tottenham were the better side there as well. But last minute goal, I thought that was in as well. Herrera's nice little touch. Taps it in. It's offside. Lloris celebrates. And Tottenham conceded another goal in the very last minute of the game again. I'm glad it didn't go to penalties. Excuse me, I'm glad it didn't go to penalties. I'm rubbish at penalties. I thought that was 1-0 Tottenham. I thought they'd taken the lead again against us. Harry Kane again. He can't believe it. We were very lucky there. I thought that was onside, to be honest. See, it's the same guy. He looks exactly the same, mate. He looks like the same guy. I mean, maybe a bit more hair on top. I know they're both bald, but it looks like he's got some hair. But maybe a bit more facial hair as well. But it looks very similar. They look like they could be brothers, the linesmen. Linesmen? Yeah. Fourth officials, whatever they're called these days. That's the all-important save at the near post. That was during the regular 90 minutes. David De Gea's deserved man of the match today. Definitely. This was close as well. Just hits the post and bounces back. Vertonghen. That's not troubling De Gea. Just watches that sail over his crossbar. No arm. No foul. I think that was a good save by Lloris. Lloris made a few good saves. Not sure why he's arguing this morning over there. Good save to Gea. Celebrates in front of Bentaleb. I'm not sure why they give Bentaleb the captaincy. That's a foul from Clinton on Schweinsteiger. A few yellow cards in this game as well. Don't get many free kicks, but that's why I'm not very good at them. I don't get much practice at them. And the goal. It's a nice head from Dele Alli. I'm not sure he's renowned for his headers. I wouldn't have celebrated it either, mate.